Okay. Hi, everyone. So, hopefully, made your way here because you're interested in health. You're interested in reclaiming wellness, in reclaiming personal power with regards to our physical sovereignty. Hopefully, you are already in the healing, in the health industry, in the healing industry, in the as a healing coach, maybe, or like, and maybe you're a life coach, maybe you're a practitioner, a chiropractor, a TCM doctor, acupuncturist, massage therapist. Like, I'm hoping that you're in the wealth industry and your heart is already in the right place, and you know a lot of people that you can really support with this. Because what we have is this beautiful new technology, Healy. You've probably like seen something about it, or you heard something about it, or maybe not. But basically, it's a frequency device that can support us in our reclaiming our health. So I'm a regenerative detoxification coach. So I take people through an extended process of cleaning their tissue, basically cleaning their tissue to restore cellular function. And when we restore cellular function, we move back into a regenerative process. This is an extended process generally, and you need a lot of support for tissue to do this. It's not a 3-day juice cleanse. We really need to address the underlying causes, lymphatic, neurological, endocrinological, if that's a word, and neurological, did I say that? Or lymphatic stagnation, genetic predisposition. So we really got to look at the tissue. We've got to see what cells that we really need to support, because there's some cells that must be the weak link in the chain that's really inhibiting the holistic function of the body as it moves back into a regenerative process. So generally, I'll work with a lot of herbal protocols synergistically. Generally, like if we really move into a deep protocol, like for myself, coming out of like chronic disease suffering, anxiety, depression, gut issues, fibromyalgia. Like I was not well for a long time and medicated. Anyway, so with me, like I was maybe taking, I think it was like upwards of, at one point in my deepest part of my healing process, I would have been using about 80 herbs. In tinctures, in synergistic formulas that were tissue specific, to make sure that we could bring tissues and endocrines and organs and cellular function back online. And when we bring cellular function back online, we start to move back towards health and away from degeneration. And we can leave the conversation of disease and cancer and deficiency behind, because we address digestion, absorption, utilization, and elimination. And we address these 4 functions of the human body, then we actually start to ensure that the cells have the right environment to actually do what they do best, which is thrive. Our cells are supposed to thrive. They're not supposed to degenerate. That's not natural. It's not how it works. So leaving that conversation, that other conversation away, what we can really speak to is the importance of cellular function in a regenerative process. And so this technology, Healy, that you probably have seen or heard about, but basically it's 144,000 different frequencies. It's the distilled glory of Newanina's 20 years of clinical studies. I think Carolyn, whatever her name is, she'll be here somewhere on the page, has like put together and studied these frequencies and how they can support cellular function, and then how they can support people to reclaiming their wellness and coming back into a state of balance, right? And so the technology is tried and proven. It was like early 1900s. It got completely squashed as the frequency technology started to spread through Europe. The bad guys like knocked it on the head, said, no, naughty, you can't give people frequencies because frequencies are hard to make money from. And then they invented antibiotics. Check out Royal Raymond Rice work. It's pretty beautiful. His story's sad though, because just another person trying to do good things for humanity that was like squashed and defamed and imprisoned. So it's been developing underground, and now it's kindly come into the mainstream. Generally, it's a big machine. It's a big machine in a clinic that you've got to go to and pay a lot of money for, and you don't have a lot of access to it very often because it's expensive and you need to go there. So now we've been given a micronized version of that device that we can have for ourselves, so we can use it on the daily to support our cellular function. And when we start to enhance our cellular function, then we start to enhance our cellular performance and our cellular expression. So what we can speak to is, rather than speaking about that old paradigm, is we can even speak to you can measure a cell's health. You can measure a cell's health by the cellular voltage, right? So the voltage of the cell wall. And when you've got a healthy cell, you've got, like 60 to minus 30 millivolts. And then as you move through edema, inflammation, edema, disease, cancer, all this, you move back to zero, which is cell death, right? So it's measurable by charge. And so these frequencies have been developed in a way where we can send the charge specifically to specific cells that cells respond to support them. Also to deal with specific kind of bacteria and funguses and heavy metals and all these things that cause issues in the human body that inhibit cellular function. So what we're looking at here now is we're looking at an opportunity until the 6th of September for us to all just unite and join a revolution in health. Get together, start to utilize these devices in our practices, work with the people that we're working with, and actually send it, they can go home and do their homework. You know what I mean? If you identify something that needs to be worked with, if I'm identifying there's some serious adrenal issues, or there's some thyroid issues, or we've got some liver stuff going on, or maybe it's the nervous system, or maybe it's a chakra, maybe depends how you're working. Maybe we want to work with bushflower essences. There's frequencies for everything on here. And not only that, when you buy in at the resonance level, you have software access where it can actually scan your body. So then we're actually even empowering people to do their own homework in a self-informed fashion. And then they can sort of come into you and see you and still follow up and get the treatments and see how they're going. And or maybe you can do the scan for them because they couldn't afford to get the scan. They come in and see you. You can treat them at a distance. It will treat at a distance, share positive frequencies that bring balance. We don't treat things, but we can share frequencies for balance. So I'm reaching out to people who want to join this health revolution. I'd love to see these in the hands of the healers that always were supposed to be that, and they were supposed to be paid properly, because this thing pays you well, right? So when you share it, you get paid, and then and because it's a growing tree, it's brand new to the earth, it's going absolutely viral. I want to see all of us light workers, I want to see all of us light beings, all of us healers at the top of this tree, so we can start to funnel money back into where it really wants to be, or with people who have really good caring intentions for supporting the uplifting of humanity in their physicality, in their emotionality, in their mentality, in their spirituality, so we can really birth this golden age together. So check out the promo. Basically, it's basically half price. You get the device above the one that you pay for. And so there's a global promo now. It's till the 6th of September. So don't hesitate. There's an application down here somewhere, probably down a bit, and fill that out. We really want to speak to people who are really keen to make a business of this. Now, and who generally either they've got a passion for health and they've got a whole family and group and stuff that they work with, or they already established. There's a woman who's with me now. She's got shut down and she wasn't allowed to use her float center, and her clients have got on this, and it's just snowballed in an amazing way. People are getting amazing results. So in that kind of fashion. So fill out the form, check us out. Thanks for your time. Much love. Bye.